Welcome to day number 131. Heading out of this little town of memories of great love I had being here and on the Camino. And on top of that is where I had the first conversation with someone about the three phases of the Camino, or what you can relate to life. It was a man called Gail Armstrong from Alaska. He walked with his son. His son was, well, he was sort of retired or around that age, I think. And his son was about, must have been 40, but he was almost blind. He could only walk when it was like this kind of weather, like all bright. And he could see enough to walk by himself, but otherwise he had to touch somebody to follow. They got quite famous or sort of well known on the Camino, and they were talked about. Really nice, beautiful to see them walk like that and trust each other. And I know they talked about that. We talked about that when the times we met each other, the mutual trust they had and developed, and how it developed their relationship. It's kind of beautiful, a father-son story there. Right here, yesterday, when if you saw the video where all the people were sitting up on the roof, playing music and stuff, that's where Armstrong and me sat. Actually, around where I filmed, they had tables there, but I think the owners have changed. He shared with me, which I am assuming that pilgrims shared with him, the three phases of the Camino. It stuck with me. It made perfect sense. And when I had experienced the whole thing and looked back and reflected about the journey itself, the landscape itself and everything, it just seemed to make so much sense. I won't get into it here because it's going to be too long of a video. I will definitely talk more about the three phases again. And in addition to that, we all got sick. A lot of the people who went through this town got sick. Gemma, the girl I was with, we got sick in the morning. We both felt like not very good, so we only walked for like 5 or 10 kilometers to the next albergue, and we just had a day where we just laid in our bed and slept for a while to sleep out the virus or whatever it was. So those are memories from there. Yesterday was a really nice day. Really beautiful. Looks like it's going to be similar today. Dry, cool, bright. We had a really nice dinner last night. I was not too caught up with work, but it sucks a bit. But we have potentially just one more day to León, depending on albergues and places to stay and distances. I have a feeling we might split up soon. If we walk into León tomorrow, that's 40 kilometers, and that's because there's not enough albergues to just before León, because then we could walk through and not stay. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, good to start here again, and it's going to be a shorter day, just a bit more than 20, so I think that'll be good for all of us. Long update, but there you have it. Another one of these markers saying 376, and just before when I started walking it said 390 something, right? Continues to be unreliable. So as you can see here, it says 388, and it's just a few hundred meters after the other one. Yay. But what a beautiful day. Another gorgeous one. So ahead of us here is Sahagun, and we'll just pass through that unless we'll have some lunch or something somewhere. And otherwise, shouldn't be more than 10 or something left after that. And it's gonna be good. Then we'll see what tomorrow brings, because it will either be a really long day into León, or 2 shorter days, or a shorter day tomorrow again, and then a long day through León, I would think. So we'll have to see. If we go all the way tomorrow, it's about 40 kilometers, so I'm okay with that actually. It might be a time to just sort of get on the road again for myself, who knows. Even though it's really nice to hang with people and become friends, and it's always nice, and it's always challenging because you feel you're together and you feel like doing this together and so on. And even though you're kind of doing it for yourself as well, or you are here for yourself, it's sort of a weird, odd, nice, comfortable, beautiful paradox. So we'll see. I didn't understand why my two French companions, they walked left instead of taking all the signs. Why am I so black here? 2 arrows, 3 arrows, 4 arrows, 5 and 6 counting those two. Till I saw that it was a bit shorter going along the highway here, and you would meet the Camino again down here. So now I understand. Closing in on Sahagun, and León is closer as well. About 50 away now. Yeah. So basically what that sign says is that there's 155 kilometers left in this region of Castilla y León, and now we are officially more in the province of León. I don't know if that means we're actually it says welcome to León, so we're very close now, so that's probably why. Maybe Castilla y León is the region and we're now in the county of León, I guess. Until Galicia we have a bit more than 150 kilometers, and after today we have just a bit more over than 140. Then we're in Galicia. I look forward to be back in Galicia. Beautiful place. Galicia goes on into just after Santiago, where you go into Onesa I think it is, where that's where the coastal area is, Murcia, Finisterre. So I think that's what the name is, Orenesa or Nesa. So it's good. Step by step, getting closer to the end of the world. What a time to say that, those words. Can't find the way? Feels so true. That it is. Trash can pilgrim. What's up, guy? What are you doing? Heading for a lunch break in Sahagun. Passing pilgrim monuments and arrows. And now we found a place where there are... Oh, this is so awesome. That was a Donativo one. Albergue. Welcome back to the adventure of the Gideon Gump walking across Europe. Freaking crazy dude. We just had a bit of a break in Sahagun, which sounds like a place in Japan or China or something. But we had a break and we went into a supermarket and a bank. So now we're all set for a while. The place we're heading tonight is a bit expensive compared to normal, and there's no food apparently, or very basic stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what that's like. But the weather is beautiful and the day is great. It's great. It's a great day. It's great. Here it says 315 kilometers. Wow, people don't really calculate well. One of those times where you can go right or wrong. No, not really, but I think the one to the right is an alternative route. They are there once in a while. You can take a different one than the French way, but I'm on the French way because I'm becoming French. Yeah, I'm learning French from these Frenchy guys. It's fun. But it's only a word a day or something. I'm being run over by sheep here soon, I think. On this gravel road that you saw, and there are sheep right to the right of me, behind. Farmland. Sheep behind me. So, just a couple of kilometers down to around that house, I think. Apparently it's a very small place, so we'll see how it'll be, but it's kind of expensive, so hopefully it's good facilities or whatever. Doesn't really matter at this point, you know. You do have to work a bit, so hopefully there's at least a signal or a Wi-Fi. So, or I talked briefly with I think with German guy who was in the same room as me in St. Jean-Pied-de-Port, who was just starting his Camino, and he started a day ahead of me, and I caught up with him now, and that was interesting. I don't understand the point I was trying to make now. Well, just the fact that, oh yeah, we talked about, and initially we talked about, because I was sitting with my computer, that it's definitely not ideal to walk the Camino or walk this way having to be distracted by work or computers or, you know, the outside world too much to be distracted. So I definitely don't purely agree with what I'm doing, but I guess just make life a bit easier in terms of income and so on right now. So just part of the journey, and I don't really feel I've gotten less out of it because I'm not really on it before. I mean, it's really very rare that I am on it in the morning. So it's first like when I arrive in the afternoon, when I sort of trying to wind down and relax, that I work. So I'm spending most of my time walking and being on the road. So, but of course, if I didn't have that job or whatever, then I would have preferred not to, because it's just better to walk without being distracted that way. So, but it's okay, because it's a nice environment and community to be a part of. If you haven't checked out Derek Rydell, it's my first time promoting him actually, my videos, but I've been in the environment of personal and spiritual development throughout my adult life, and I've seen a lot of speakers. I've read many of their books. I have befriended a few of them, the ones that you sort of look up to, I guess. Dan Millman, Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bob Proctor, and those guys, and many others. And while I respect all of them and like all of them to a degree, I definitely find Derek very different. He doesn't sugarcoat things, and it's not because the others are, you know, just doing that or being superficial in that way. To me, he just speaks a language of truth and of life principles, which to me means that he comes from a place where he doesn't sugarcoat things. So I like that. And if you go on his website, DerekRydell.com, double L, and his YouTube channel, you will see that pretty fast, I think. He's just a really good guy, you know. I have a lot of respect for him. He's very truthful, honest, and he has a great passion for helping people, supporting people in their life. And he's doing it in a way that is very human, you know, human to human. And I like that. Very personable. So yes, that was a bit about that. Another kilometer here, or a bit slightly more maybe, then we're done for the day. Ciao. So officially in Bercianos, Real del Camino. I remember the name, but so far I don't remember the area or the towns, kind of, or the look. So the first albergue here looks closed. Yeah, sad to see, but it is in the end of the season as well. So, and the one we were staying at is closing in a couple of days as well. This place was the last place. Not sleeping there tonight before walking into León, but that can't be true because that's so far away now. Huh. I'm reminded of something. I remember this place now. That's where I'm heading, Santa Clara. Here it is. Let's go check in. They have ice cream. Came back from dinner with Inez, Anud, and 2 new French guys. So I'm surrounded by... I went to Spain to learn French. Heading back to get some sleep. Yeah. Do a little editing maybe of this video.